Let me ask you something. Have you ever looked into someone's eyes and felt nothing? Not fear, not trust, not even curiosity. Just a cold, empty void staring back at you. Most people walk through life thinking monsters only exist in stories. But the truth is, some of the most dangerous predators wear the mask of a friend, a lover, a leader. And if you can't spot them fast, you'll never see the knife until it's already in your back. Tonight I'm going to show you the 5 hidden signs of a psychopath. The ones even experts miss. The ones Machiavelli himself would have warned you about. Because in my 20+ years studying dark psychology, I've learned one thing. The most dangerous people are the ones you never suspect. So pull up a chair. This isn't a story for the faint of heart. I've spent decades in the shadows, watching, listening, learning from the world's most manipulative minds. I've seen the charming boss who destroys careers with a smile, the lover who drains your soul, then blames you for bleeding, the friend who always seems to get what they want, no matter the cost. And I've learned that psychopaths aren't just serial killers or movie villains. They're everywhere, in boardrooms, in bedrooms, sometimes even in your own family. Nicolo Machiavelli, the master of power and manipulation, once wrote, "Men are so simple and so much creatures of circumstance that the deceiver will always find someone to deceive. But what if you could see through the mask? What if you could spot the hidden signs before it's too late? Tonight, I'll give you the tools, not just to survive, but to thrive in a world full of hidden predators." Let's begin. Sign 1, the chameleon soul. The first hidden sign of a psychopath is what I call the chameleon soul. Most people have a core, a set of values, beliefs, and emotions that make them who they are. But a psychopath? They're a mirror. They reflect back whatever you want to see. I remember a man I once worked with. Let's call him David. He could walk into any room and become exactly what you needed. With the CEO, he was ambitious and driven. With the interns, he was humble and approachable. With me, he was whatever I wanted in a friend. But here's the catch. It was all an act. Psychopaths are masters of mimicry. They study your body language, your tone, your interests. They'll laugh at your jokes, share your passions, even mirror your pain. But if you look closely, there's a hollowness behind the eyes, a sense that nothing ever truly touches them. Machiavelli understood this. He wrote, "Everyone sees what you appear to be, few experience what you really are." A psychopath's greatest weapon is their ability to blend in, to become invisible by becoming everyone. If you ever feel like someone is too perfect, too in sync with you, too quick to agree, too eager to please, ask yourself, are you seeing their true self or just your own reflection? Sign 2, the predator's calm. The second sign is harder to spot, but once you see it, you'll never forget. It's what I call the predator's calm. Most people react to stress. Their hands shake, their voice cracks, their eyes dart around the room. But a psychopath? They're ice cold, unflinching, even in the face of chaos. I've sat across from men who've lost everything, money, power, even their freedom. And while everyone else was falling apart, they just smiled. It's not bravery. It's not strength. It's the absence of fear, the absence of guilt. Machiavelli wrote, "The ends justify the means." For a psychopath, there are no means too dark, no consequences too heavy. They don't feel the way you do. No anxiety, no remorse, just a cold, calculating focus. If you ever see someone who stays eerily calm when everyone else is panicking, who never seems rattled, no matter what, be careful. You might be looking at a predator in disguise. Sign 3, the empathy mask. The third sign is the most deceptive because it looks like kindness. It looks like empathy, but it's just a mask. Psychopaths know that real power comes from trust, so they learn to fake it. They'll listen to your problems, offer a shoulder to cry on, even shed a tear or two. But underneath, there's nothing. I once knew a woman, let's call her Sarah. She was the first to comfort you when you were down, the first to celebrate your wins. But every act of kindness had a price. She'd remember every secret you shared, every weakness you confessed. And when the time was right, she'd use them against you. Machiavelli warned, "It is double pleasure to deceive the deceiver." Psychopaths take pleasure in your trust. because to them, it's just another tool. If someone's empathy feels rehearsed, if their kindness always comes with strings attached, if you catch them faking emotions they don't really feel, you're not dealing with a friend. You're dealing with a mask. Sign 4, the rule breaker. The fourth sign is one most people ignore, but it's the one that always gives them away. Psychopaths are rule breakers, not in the way you might think. They don't just break the law. They break the unspoken rules of trust, loyalty, and decency. I've seen it time and time again. A psychopath will push boundaries, little by little. They'll lie about small things just to see if you notice. They'll break promises just to see if you forgive. And when you do, they push further. I once trusted a man with a secret. He promised to keep it safe. But a week later, it was all over the office. When I confronted him, he just smiled. No hard feelings, he said. As long as you learned something. Machiavelli believed that power belongs to those who dare. Psychopaths dare more than anyone. If someone in your life keeps crossing lines, if they treat your trust like a game, if they never seem to feel guilty no matter what they do, you're not dealing with a rebel. You're dealing with a predator. Sign 5, the empty future. The fifth and final sign is the hardest to accept, because it's not about what they do, it's about what they lack. Psychopaths have an empty future. Most people dream, they plan, they build relationships, careers, legacies. But a psychopath, they live in the moment. They take what they want when they want it. And when they're done, they move on. I've watched people pour their hearts into someone, only to be discarded like yesterday's news. No explanation, no closure, just emptiness. Machiavelli wrote, "The promise given was a necessity of the past. The word broken is a necessity of the present." Psychopaths don't build, they consume. If someone in your life seems incapable of real connection, if they leave a trail of broken hearts, shattered friendships and empty promises, if they always seem to be searching for the next thrill, the next conquest, the next victim, you're not looking at a lost soul. You're looking at a void. Now you might be wondering, why do they do it? What drives someone to live without empathy, without guilt, without a future? The answer is simple: power. Psychopaths crave control, not just over others, but over themselves. They see the world as a chessboard and everyone else as pawns. Machiavelli understood this darkness. He saw that the world is full of predators and prey, and he knew that the only way to survive is to see the game for what it is. If you want to protect yourself, if you want to thrive in a world full of hidden dangers, you must learn to spot the signs, not just for your own safety, but for your own power. I'll be honest with you. I've been burned before. I've trusted the wrong people. I've ignored the signs. And every time I paid the price. But I learned to see through the mask, to trust my instincts, to walk away when something felt wrong. You can learn too. You don't have to be a victim. You don't have to live in fear. But you do have to open your eyes. If you found value in what I shared tonight, if you want to learn more about the hidden forces shaping your life, subscribe. Join this community of seekers, survivors, and warriors. And remember, you're not alone. You have the power to see through the darkness, to protect yourself, to master your own fate. Stay sharp, stay wise, and never ever let the mask fool you. Thank you for spending this time with me. If you have your own stories, your own scars, share them in the comments below. We learn from each other. Until next time, keep your eyes open. And remember, the greatest power is the power to see